If you want to learn some sick guitar riffs, then watch this video. What's up, everyone? My name is Jay Tarantino from the band Etherius, and today I am back with another super sick lesson for you, man. We're going to be breaking down some sick riffs. We're going to break down the intro riff to the Etherius song, The Dark Oracle. I released a playthrough of this one a couple days ago on my channel right here, so if you want to check that out, I'll have a link for you in the description box. So today I'm going to break down the intro riff, man. We'll get into a little bit of the theory behind it, man. We're using a Phrygian dominant scale, kind of a thrash metal staple. We'll get into some of the techniques that I use, and we'll cover some down picking, alternate picking, and all that good stuff. If you would like to check out this song as well as the entire Etherius catalog, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Bandcamp, Google, Amazon, right here on YouTube. I'll have some links for you in the description box. And if you want to support what I do, if you get some value from these lessons, consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Patrons get access to downloadable tabs as well as the backing tracks for these lessons. Patreon.com/JTarantino. Again, I'll have a link for you in the description box. So three of the scales that we tend to use a lot in metal is the number one, the natural minor scale, also known as the Aeolian mode. Two is the Phrygian mode, and then three is the Phrygian dominant mode. Really, the difference between the scales is really literally one or two notes, and that's it. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to play the E minor scale, and then we'll compare it to the Phrygian scale and the Phrygian dominant scale, and we'll just go through all the notes. And you see just how changing one note kind of changes the entire flavor of the scale. So the E minor scale, again, E Aeolian, goes like this, through 2 octaves. So we're starting 7th fret on the A string, and we're doing 7, 9, 10. Then we're doing 7, 9, 10 on the D string. And we're doing 7, 9 on the G. So the notes are E, which is our root, F sharp, which is the 2nd, G, which is the flat 3rd, A, which is the 4th, B is the 5th, C, which is the flat 6, D, which is the flat 7, and then we have E, which is the octave. So again, in the 2nd octave, same thing. We got E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and then E. So I'll play that over a drone. I'll hit the low E string, and then I'll just play the scale through so you can hear how it sounds. The next scale that we tend to use is the Phrygian mode. Phrygian mode is the 3rd mode of the major scale, and the only real difference between E Phrygian, and again, this applies for any key, but we're just using E as our example because the riff in the song is also in E. E Phrygian and E natural minor, literally the only difference is one note. We're taking that F sharp, and we're just lowering it a half step to F natural. So the E Phrygian mode is E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. And again, same thing in the next octave. So every other note is the same. It's root, flat 2nd, flat 3rd, 4th, 5th, flat 6th, flat 7. And so here's what that scale sounds like with the drone note. As you can hear, it has kind of a Spanish flavor, especially when you play it on acoustic guitar. It really has a Spanish flavor to it. So the next scale we're going to get into is the E Phrygian dominant scale. And this one is used, again, like I said, it's used a lot in thrash metal. You know, Kirk Hammett has used it in some Metallica solos. Alex Skolnick uses it. Yngwie, I mean, the list goes on. This is a scale very prominent in all genres of metal. And literally, it's just the Phrygian mode, the same scale that we just played before. We're just taking that 3rd, the flat 3rd, and we're just raising it up a half step. So we're making it a natural 3rd, or major 3rd in this case. So it's going to be E, F, G sharp, A, B, C, D, E. So that goes like this. So as you can hear, that scale has a very Middle Eastern kind of feel to it. So now when I play it over the E drone, this is where you're really going to hear that Middle Eastern kind of sound. All right, so now that we got the scales and the theory behind the notes that I'm playing, let's dive into the riff. And very much influenced by Painkiller. You'll hear that sound. I think Painkiller is one of the coolest riffs ever written, so I kind of had that in mind when I was working on this one. So the riff starts like this. So first part of the riff, again, like I said, very reminiscent of Painkiller, and it's 7, and then 8, 7, 5. That's on the A string, and then we're using the open E string. We're palm muting the open E string, and we're down picking. So then the next part is so we're doing hammer on pull off 8, 7, 8 or 7, 8, 7. That's on the A string. Then we're doing. So right here I do some alternate picking. So we're hitting the 10th fret on the E string, and then we're hitting the 7th fret on the A string. We're doing down up, and then we're doing 10, 8 on the E string. So it's going to be down up, down up. So down up, down up. Then we start the riff over again. So 7, 8, 7. Then right here we have this little tail. So that's where the Phrygian dominant, that major third really comes in right here. So again, I start off with down picking. So again, all the notes on the open E string are all palm muted, and I'm down picking. Then right here, so I'm doing hammer on pull off 6, 7, 6. That's on the D string. Then we're doing. So after I do the hammer on pull off, right here I do alternate picking. So I'm doing a pedal point here, 6th fret on the D string. That's our pedal note. So we're doing 8, 6, 7, 6. 5, 6. So 8, 7, 5 on the A string and alternate picking. So down, up, down, up, down, up. So again, one more time. Down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm palm muting those notes as well. So those first 3 notes I'm not palm muting. The rest of it. So again. So now here again we start the riff exactly the same. This time we're going to change it up the ending here a little bit. Again, we're doing the same concept. We're just switching to the open A string as our kind of pedal note there. So again, down picking. And we're doing 2, 3, 2 on the D string and then 2 on the G. And again, same thing, same pattern as we did there. But we're just transferring it to the G string and the D. So that's 2, 3, 2, or I'm sorry, 4, 5, 4 hammer on pull up. Then we're doing 7, 4, 7, 5. 7 on the D string, 4 on the A string, 7 on D, 5 on D. So then right here, we have that little lick right there. So we're playing 3rd fret, A string. Then we're doing 5 and 4 on the G. And we have this little lick here. So it's just 6, 5, 3, 5. Or 5, 6, 5, 3, 5. So then we do the same thing. So again, hitting the 3. Again, 5 and 4 on the G. And then right here, we're just doing 4, 5, 4, 2, 4. That's on the G string. So from the beginning up to there, we have. So now this is the end of the riff right here. We're doing this diminished arpeggio. This leads us into the verse. So right there, we're starting 2nd fret on the A string. We're doing... So we're doing 2-5, then we're doing 3-6 on the D string, and then we're doing 4-7 on the G. Then we're doing 6th fret B string, 4th fret E string, then hammer on pull off 4-5-4. So again, right there we're doing 1-4-1 on the E string. And we just go back down the arpeggio. So we're doing 3 on the B string, 4 on the G, 1 on the G, and then 4 again. So the majority of this is all alternate picking, except for the very end. There's a couple notes there. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then we got up, up, down, up. So again. So here's the second half of that riff again. All right, so now I'm gonna play the entire riff from the beginning. I'll play it slow, and then I will play it to the track so you can hear how it sounds in the context of the music.